Hi, McKenna. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So I know, I know in our last session, we had set a few goals. Um, sorry. Um, One of which was to work on some housework on your lunch break, and
Mhm.
then also to set aside time to talk with your boyfriend about um, chores and to make that list. Did you get an opportunity to work on any of that?
So, um, I did do both. The chores on my lunch break, um, my boss actually I had more time on my lunch before, so he's kind of gotten a little bit more strict with us about the time that we're gone. So I used to have an hour, and now I only have 30 minutes.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
So I'm still kind of working on coming home and doing chores because sometimes I just stay in the office because it's 30 minutes. So I don't feel the point to come home.
Right.
Um, so I'm still working on that one. Conversation with my boyfriend is we haven't had, well, we have talked like directly about like how things need to be done. But I also am better about kind of when things are needing to be done, kind of saying something in the moment. Um, like if there's dishes in the sink, I'm like, you need to put your dishes in the dishwasher, type thing. So I'm making progress on it, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Well, since we'll start with your lunch break, since you only get 30 minutes now, do you feel like that that's still something that you can do, or do you feel like that maybe there's another time during the day that you could work on it?
Well, I guess what I could do is because I get the 30 minutes and then I also get like he lets us take a 15-minute break. Doesn't take me that long to eat, so I wonder if I just pack my lunches, even though I live where I work, pack my lunches, bring them to the office, take 15 minutes to eat in my office, and then actually go home for 30 minutes. I don't feel like I need to squeeze too much in the 30 minutes. So I could, um, in the 30 minutes, I could maybe make myself a list of things that I want to get done in that time, potentially.
Okay. So you mean eating your lunch on your 15-minute break then instead of on your lunch break?
Yeah.
Do you think that are you comfortable with that? Do you think it would work for
I,
you?
I think so because I don't like during my well, wait, sorry, when he used to give us an hour, I didn't take the whole hour to eat. I
Right.
would come home, I would like prepare whatever I was eating, eat it, and then like sit on the couch and watch TV for probably 30 minutes. So I think if I like pack a lunch the night before, that I should have enough time like for 15 minutes if I shut my office door and just eat instead of, sorry, I don't know why I keep yawning. Um, I could like potentially I could be fine with that, yeah.
Okay. Did you make an actual going on to your chores with your boyfriend? I know you guys sat down and talked. Did you actually make a list of the chores that need to be done and kind of delegate those?
We haven't gotten that far yet. Him and I have both been very busy, because he's also in school. Um, so we just need to like time manage better, I think, of like actually sitting down and writing all of the things that need to be done in the apartment. We just haven't gotten there yet. Um, and like sat down and written everything down. I do plan to like buy these because we talked about whiteboards and like putting those. I want to get some and put them on the fridge of like a shopping list one, and then because we have trouble like communicating what we need to buy at the store. Um and then maybe a chore chart one, just like so we know who's doing what and who when it happened.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Hmm.
So, is there moving forward? Um, I know we had talked about you taking your lunch break then and working on your chores at that point. Is there anything else that you would like to add that would uh, be helpful to reach those goals?
I think I really need to work on, like I said, just my overall time management. I've really been struggling with we've talked about this a little bit before, but just feeling really tired after work and I don't want to do anything and I need to work on my motivation after I get done with work because I get off at 5 and I don't go to bed until like 10:30 or 11. So I have a good 5 to 6 hours to do a lot of stuff after I get off work. And if I'm meal planning and laying food out and like doing like a meal that takes an hour, like I still have a good 4 to 5 hours. Um, so I think ultimately I just want to kind of plan out my day better at night, and feel more motivated, I don't know, at night to do stuff.
What do you think that you could do to help with your motivation?
Well, I think if I wrote like a list and I left it on the counter to see like things for me to do, that might help with my motivation. It's just some days I do feel overwhelmed and then I see the list and I'm like, nope, that's not a today problem, and then I won't do it. But I am a list person and I like to check things off.
Right.
Um, so I do think that could be beneficial for me. Actually, if I put it in my phone, probably, and I get reminded of it repeatedly, that probably would help me because I set a lot of reminders. So if I set myself a reminder and it says to-do list and it keeps reminding me, I'm gonna get annoyed by it and I'm gonna want to clear the reminder. So it'll just make me want to do it so I can get rid of the reminder.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Hmm.
So, could you kind of walk me through what like a typical day looks like for you?
Yeah, so I wake up around 8:30. Um I will take a shower and then I go into the office at 9. I eat breakfast at the office. And then I work from 9 to about 1, maybe 1:30, and then I'll go and I'll take like my 30-minute break, or that's when I used to take my hour break. And then so I'll come back to work around 2. And then from 2 to 5, I'm still at work. And then I get home, I walk. So I get home at like 5:03, basically, if I leave work right at 5. And then I come in, kind of get take all my work clothes off because I have to dress business casual. I put like sweats on. Um, and I normally what I'll do is I just go sit on the couch. Recently I've been really tired, so I've been bad about like napping. I get really bad migraines, and the only thing to get rid of them is to sleep after I take medicine. So that's been really messing with me. Um, but yeah, so I come home at 5, maybe make dinner, maybe my boyfriend makes dinner, we eat, watch TV, and then like clean the kitchen, and then that's the end of the night. Him and I will sit and watch the TV together or play a game together until it's time for bed.
Okay. So you, I know you said that in the evenings you'd like to, um, were you still wanting to work on your chores in the evening too, or?
I think so. So something I really, since the weather is getting nicer, that I kind of want to add in since I'm still kind of, I get off of work at 5 and I'm in the mode of like I've been at work all day, go like kind of that go 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 like kind of feeling
Yeah.
change. And then I ultimately would really like to walk her, my dog, because I
Yeah.
just think it's would be good for both of us, to walk her more consistently. Um, so I think if I get home, change into something comfy and then take her on a good like 15 to 20-minute walk or 20 to 30-minute walk, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm hoping that will help with my like go, go, go mentality. And then if I have that list made for myself after the walk, like obviously I can put walk Callie on my list, but then I can um like add in chores, like prepare dinner, do this, and then after like trinkle in another chore like every single day. Like not all the chores need to be done in that night. Like if I wanted to clean
Right.
the bathroom, I can add that one in because that's only going to take me like 20 minutes, or vacuum the whole apartment. That's going to take me like 30 minutes. So it's not taking a lot of my day, but it's something that keeps the apartment consistently clean, which I think him and I would both benefit from.
Right. Yeah, I think walking your dog is a great idea. I think it'll help. It'll probably help with your motivation, wanting, after you go take that relaxing walk, it'll probably help also with your fatigue, just being outside and everything. I think that sounds great.
Yeah.
So, um, I know that you said that you were planning on doing some chores after you get back from walking the dog. What time does your boyfriend usually get off work?
He gets back from his internship. It depends on the day. Some days he gets back around like 3, and then other days he gets back around 5. So there's some days he's been home for a couple hours before I get off of work, and then there's some days that we're coming home. Well, I guess so. Mondays he gets home around 3, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays he goes in. He gets home around 5, like 4:30 or 5. Um, so Monday's the really only day that he is home like maybe 2.5 hours before I get off of work. Um, which I could talk to him about maybe what he does in those 2.5 hours. Maybe he could walk Callie, and then we can like think of like a chore list that he could go through and do. I
Yeah.
think we're both list people, so it could be beneficial for both of us. It's just hard because it is a new like living situation together, and I don't want to come off as bossy or like
Right.
anything like that. Yeah, so we're still both learning, I think is the biggest thing. But it's
Yeah.
definitely something, to add on to like that goal that we had originally talked about, because like of writing a chore chart out and doing all that, kind of reworking it of how it could work for us after we get off of work.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. So, what would that look like then for you?
Like the chore chart or the chore list.
Yeah.
Well, I think I would put it in my for me, I think I would put it in my phone and then set that reminder like I talked about,
Mhm.
just so it hassles me to look at it. And I would put mine very verbatim, like everything I want to do, because I like to see the yellow check mark in my notes app like be highlighted. So I would put walk Callie, and then I would come in and be like, okay, maybe tidy up the couch because if the blankets are unfolded and um like I would do that and then maybe go to the next room and like put something like straighten up the dining table if there's a bunch of stuff on the dining table and then go into the kitchen, maybe unload dishwasher, put dishes on the drying rack away, reload dishwasher. Um, like each chore, I think I need to put like room by room and like step by step so I can like every time I do something, I can check it off because that's going to motivate me more. And maybe give myself a designated time frame. So I walk Callie for 20 minutes and then I come home and I do all those chores for 30 minutes because then it's not going to seem so overwhelming to me that I did it. And I'm going to be like, wow, it only took me 30 minutes to do this. This isn't that bad. I'll be able to do it again tomorrow. And then I'll still know that I'm going to have time to do schoolwork. And also, it's like really important to me to decompress at night and play like a game with my boyfriend or watch TV. So I want to still make sure that I have time to do that as well at night. So if I
Right.
do it specifically like that, I think it's not going to feel as scary.
Would it be helpful to maybe set certain chores for certain days of the week
Probably, yeah.
so that you don't feel like you have to do it all in one night?
Yeah, I think like taking the trash out, straightening the couch, like dishes in the kitchen, that's gonna be like an everyday type chore thing.
Right.
But like cleaning the bathrooms, laundry, vacuuming, Swiffering the floor, maybe like wiping down, like, dusting things, like that's not an everyday chore type thing. So I could rotate them and then they could be rotated on his and I's chore list as well.
Are you saying like you do it one week maybe and then does it another week?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds great. So I guess for our next session, you said that you were going to take your lunch to work on some chores and then also make a list for each of you.
Hmm.
Is there any, and you obviously you said too that you wanted to, on that chore list to start walking your dog. Is there anything else that you wanted to add to that, or does that sound good to start with?
No, I think that's a good starting point for me. I don't want to add too much to it because I don't want to feel overwhelmed and like I can't achieve it.
Right. So do you feel like that that's a good start then?
Yeah, I think that it's an attainable goal for me to just, start by walking Callie and then kind of add on to there of like straighten the couch, do this, and then add on to it, more and more each day, probably.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. So I guess um we will end our session here
Okay,
if you don't. Thank you for meeting with me, and I'll see you
yeah,
next time.
thank you.